Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I don't know if any of you have ever been through the process of building a home from the ground up, but my family and I were blessed to have the opportunity to experience that for the first time in 2022. And when you go through the process of building a house from the ground up, we all know that that's not something that happens overnight. It isn't something that is built out within 1 week. Rather, it takes months of careful planning, of making sure that in the process of building that they are following code and that they're following the necessary requirements to be able to create a safe residence for its occupants. And in the process of building a home from the ground up, there is an opportunity for you to do several walkthroughs. If you've ever gone through this process, type a one in the chat if you know what I mean. And that's always the exciting part about building a home from scratch because you have the opportunity to see when they first laid the foundation, see when they put up all of the foundational pillars that hold up the home. You're able to do a walkthrough with the drywall and so forth and so on. But there's a particular time that I found very interesting about one of those walkthroughs when we were building our home. And that was a walkthrough that we did prior to the drywall being placed. And when you come into a home that's being constructed and there's no drywall, that's where you're able to see all of the wires and all of the things used in the construction of building a safe residence for someone to occupy. And in that walkthrough, that pre-walkthrough, we're able to see what the foundation truly looks like that's holding up that house. And what is it? It's concrete. Thank God it's concrete, right? And you have to give the A-OK for the next process to move on before they place the drywall. Now, let me ask you this. If you've ever had a new build, or if you were ever looking at the foundation of a home and you noticed that the foundation of the home wasn't made out of concrete, but rather it was made out of sand or mud, and that was what was holding up the pillars of your home, type a 2 in the chat if you would feel safe in moving in that home. What we expect from each of you to say is heck to the no. I would not be safe, nor would I be in a position to say, yes, let me go ahead and move in this house, even though it's built out on sand or clay. Why is that? Because if you know that once more weight goes in, once that drywall goes in, it may look like it's good, but it isn't safe. When a windstorm comes in, when there's a other storm or whatever natural occurrences happen, one strong wind will knock that house down. Would it not? So if we know that in our regular everyday life, we wouldn't feel comfortable with living in a home built on mud as a foundation or sand as a foundation. Rather, we would want concrete, something sturdy, something sustainable. Then why don't we use that same reasoning in how we set up the foundation of our business? And I'm speaking particularly for those who are setting up the foundation of their business with speaking and training. My friends, just like when we walk through a walkthrough of a new build home and we're looking at the foundation and we're making sure everything's set in place, that is the same concept that we need to be looking at our business at this time as we're moving forward into 2023. Those same plans that go into building a home from scratch, that take months to set up, And they're systematically put in place to make sure that the residence is safe for the occupant. Is the same concept that we want to take when we're building out our business. So a lot of times when we're thinking about speaking and using it as another leg of revenue in our business, it has to have a strong foundation for it to be fully leveraged. It's the same concept that we see used over and over again in everyday life. And it's the same thing that's going to help you build more profitability through speaking. Setting up a strong foundation, making sure that your home is built on concrete rather than sand or mud. So, as we're prepping for 2023, I hope that you're taking time to plan out your 2023 year and what that looks like for you. I have met so many fabulous, brilliant speakers out there, from clients that I've worked with and other conversations I've had with individuals who say, yes, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. This is an impact that I want to make. And then I ask them the question, have you planned out 2023 yet? Have you set a stronger foundation to support the goals that you want to reach? Have you gone out there and pitched yourself? Have you done the necessary work to create a strong foundation so those pillars that hold up your business are firm? So when difficulties or challenges arise or the great seasons are here, are you able to withstand it all? And a lot of times we don't take the necessary measures to create that. And it's easy to forget. It's so easy to forget. So I want to encourage each of you, as you're thinking about building the foundation of your business, as you do your pre-walkthrough and you're checking, how's the foundation of my home, my business home? How does it look? How do the pillars look in my home? How's the wiring? How does everything look? So that when I put this drywall up and I get ready for full occupancy or full scaling of my business, am I on sturdy ground? There's a reason why statistically so few businesses reach six figures and even fewer reach seven figures. And a lot of it has to do with us taking the time to build a strong foundation. So if you know that speaking and training is something that you want to use to create additional revenue in your business, or you want to use speaking and training to generate leads, you've got to go to the basics. You've got to go to the foundation. And that's the work that we do with Legacy Scaler. Before you start closing those huge contracts, before you start really going way up into the stars with the work that you do, you've got to get to the fundamentals that often we ignore because we're going through the hustle and bustle. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're a new speaker and you're struggling with figuring out your topics, the audience, and where to even start when you first start pitching, take a look at my Legacy Speaker Challenge. Go to legacyspeakerchallenge.com. If you know that you've been speaking for some time and you're looking now for the gaps, so that now that what you've created as far as growth, now you can scale and get to a place where it's fully in alignment with where you want to be and it has a strong foundation, take a look at my 90-minute training. And if you know that you want to surround yourself by a brilliant community, immerse yourself for 3 days with our team where we build out your speaking business. You connect with people from all over the country who are making amazing strides in their own speaking industry, but they're ready to level up. I'm going to invite you to our conference because right now, until Black Friday, which is November 25th at 11:59 p.m., you can join us at a 50% off discount for our tickets. And it's going to be next level, y'all. And we're not going to have a huge crowd because I believe there's something really beautiful about the intimacy that happens when you have a smaller group, right? The level of work that gets to happen as far as the transformation is epic and it's beautiful. So take a look at my links. It's been an awesome, awesome time being able to talk with you today. Look at your foundation. Do that pre-walkthrough as you prep and plan your speaker growth for 2023. Take care.